What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my tying bench. Been a little bit. Been waiting on the weather to get good to where we can go fishing again. Was gonna go this Monday, but the water was kind of rough, and then we had some storms roll in. So I figured we'll jump back on the vise and tie a fly. And this fly I seen on Instagram, and when I seen it, I knew I had to add one to my box because it's just an ultra realistic shrimp. The thread, I'm going to use fluorescent yellow, 140 ultra thread. The hook is a size 1 Mustad 3407. Yeah, we're going to jump in this. I'm sure you can tie this fly on a lot of different sizes. You do different colors. Shrimp come in a very big variety of sizes, colors. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff that you could do to it. The first time I tied this, it's kind of tricky. At least doing the resin, it's a little tricky for me. And but the first time I fished one was by a seawall, or by some old docks, and when I bring the fly up close to the seawall, it looked exactly like a shrimp swimming there. It was super realistic. Get my thread started all the way back. Alright, now we'll go ahead and tie this in. This is, I think it's supposed to be like Supreme hair. I think this is called Super hair. But I want to measure it out, so I have a tail that's about a hook shank in length. I'm going to tie that right on top. Kind of having a problem with the thread holding it down good. And I have a pretty long piece here because I'm going to tie some more. Alright, I'll go ahead and cut that off to get it out of the way. And for the tail, I'm hoping y'all can see this right here. It just had some help to where you pinch it and then you wrap some thread around it. Alright. Finish getting this tied in. I'll do my best to block out or cut out the boring stuff. Alright, now I got some homemade crustacean eyes. I did these ones in green. I like it, it kind of pops in the sun. Go ahead and cut these in half. We'll take our first one here and try to hold it and get it tied on. What helps me with doing eyes like this is a pair of forceps to where I can grab them and get the length that I want and get them positioned. I think that'll be good. Just want them poking out the front a little bit, just like that. So I'm it in some. And same with the next eye. Go ahead and get that tied in. Just like so. Do your best to get them the same length. I don't think I have any eyes that are perfect, but I try. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we'll get these locked down. And I just want to leave just a little bit of room there in the front. We take our eyes and bend them, get them splayed out a little bit. Just like so. You can jam a couple thread wraps behind them. And I'm not worried about if they're perfectly straight. I can always come back, adjust them later. And I really don't think that the fish will really mind if the eyes aren't straight or not. I don't think the fish is going to swim by and see a shrimp and be like, oh, his eyes are crooked, I'm not going to eat them. And just for extra security, we'll take a little bit of super glue. Get all that locked down nice. Eyes are bugging me just a tad, but I think I'll be alright. Alright, next we're going to take some dubbing. And I'm going to use white. I'm just going to stick with the white shrimp on the Gulf Coast here. A lot of our shrimp are white. You have white shrimp, brown shrimp, grass shrimp. You have a big variety of shrimp. But a lot of the ones I used to catch in the cast net for fishing, all white. So that's how I'm tying these. Now this part is a little tricky for me, just because I like to try to get my flies to be perfect, and they don't really turn out perfect. I'm going to take some wax. If you're new to the channel, I don't have hand function, so you see my hands here, and I mean, I can move my fingers a little bit, but I have no pinch, so I gotta do everything that I can to help me out. So I just use a little bit of dubbing wax to hold the dubbing in place. I'm going to use this to build up a nice little body. So same thing with the rolling the dubbing. I have to use my palms here to push it together. and then I spin it and try to make it tight enough to where we have a nice little dubbing noodle. Took me a little while to figure that one out, trying to figure out how to do a dubbing noodle instead of making a dubbing loop, and that's what I come up with. So we'll go right here by the eyes, and then we're just going to work back. We're probably going to have to do a few applications of dubbing just to build up the body enough. And that's kind of a problem I have, is getting the right length for the body and the right thickness. And really, you're just trying to make it look shrimpy enough. I'm going to try my best to cut some of this out because we're going to repeat this process a couple times. What we're going to do is work back up to about the center mark. So I'm using clear and barred silly legs for this. I think it looks pretty good on there. Grab 3 of them. Wrap them around your bobbin and try to get a good grip on them. Get them as even as possible. What we're going to do is put them right on the bottom. Just like that. And now I'm going to wrap forward some to help lock them in and splay them out. And they'll do the same going back. If you can, try to grab them and just help get them to where they splay out nice. And after we're done, we will trim them up. But first, we're going back to the dubbing. And we're going to do this again. Alright. And again, same with the eyes. You can come back with the legs and do everything you gotta do to your heart content to make them how you want them. Like I said, doesn't have to be perfect, just buggy enough. Grab my material here. So you're going to go back to the hank that you cut the tail off from. And we're going to cut a small piece. I'm going to do my best to keep all this together. Now we take a small clump and we're going to tie this right on top. And this is going to make our horn and our overbody on the shrimp. Again, just get that tied in right on top. I might have tied the tail too far down, but I think it's gonna be alright. We just want to make sure this is all tied in. And now for the last time, we will go back to our dubbing. And here the fly is basically tied. We got a little bit of resin work we're gonna do, which I'm gonna do my best to show y'all because it is kind of tricky. As you can hear, my dog is having a dream. And now what I'm gonna try to do a wrap or so in front of the legs. That. Now with bare thread, I'm gonna try to jump this. See if I can get these out of the way. I'm gonna try to jump my thread in front of the eyes and the horn. Get that right on by the eye of the hook. Just like that. I'm gonna try to do my best to pull all that back and get some wraps on there. Not the best. This part's a little tricky, just the way my hands are trying to get the thread in the front out where I want it and trying to hold everything back. I'm gonna try to do a whip finish here. Well, on second thought, I think I'll just try to do a couple half hitches. That might be a little easier. Like I said, a little tricky. There. Alright, now we'll get our thread out. And you can already see, I mean, it's shrimpy looking. But we're going to try to build up just in the center here with some resin. I'll go ahead and get my legs trimmed on about like that. And I'll come back and mess with these a little bit just to get them sitting how I want. Now, get some resin. I'm going to use thick. Get my light handy. Alright. I think that's good to start with. I'll get a little more on the side here. Try to get it moved around where you want it. There's an air bubble. So do your best to manipulate it and get it where you want it. For me, it's really not that easy. All in all, I mean, it doesn't look bad. In the video that I've seen of it, he used Supreme hair, so that might be Something that I'll try next is actually get some Supreme here and try it, and to see if it turns out better. But I mean, it looks like a shrimp, whether it does on camera or not. It looks shrimpy, and that's just what we're going for. It's just something that looks shrimpy. That coat of resin there, I think I got the shape that I want. Try to get it spread out some. And you can always go back and do minor work. Get it exactly how you want. Bump up a little bit, so put it upside down and then zap it. This I wanted to lay down a little more blended in with the tail. Didn't really do that. But pretty much that's it. We're gonna do a little bit of trimming. I want to shorten the tail on the back here. Make it all even. About right there. Get these little threads out. So this fiber, from what I've seen, I'm working with it. It's a little, almost too straight. I think the Supreme here has a little more wave to it. It kind of makes it look a little better. Not saying this looks bad. I think this is only like the third one I've tied or something. So there's definitely room for improvement. Here I'm going to try to do the horn. I think what I'm going to have to do is turn the vise towards me for this part. Bear with me for a second. So I think this is probably one of the better ones that I have tied. It's just something that I'll have to keep practicing with until I can get it exactly how I want it. But you know what? I would fish this. I would not be ashamed to fish it. Other than the piece in the back here, but everything else looks pretty good. I don't know how much y'all can see there, but it looks shrimpy to me. Tail, I think I could have came up a little bit more. That would have made it a little shorter. But like I said, shrimp come in all different shapes and sizes. So yeah, let me know what you think. Like I said, you get this in the water and it looks just like a shrimp swimming there. Super realistic pattern. I can't wait to get back out to where I can fish it again. You know, on seawalls, docks, really anywhere that you're gonna find a shrimp, I would definitely throw this. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave any comments if you have any questions. Let me know. Would you fish this? Where would you fish this? And if you're new, consider subscribing. And until next time, I'll be seeing y'all. Y'all have a good one.